Uh, Service marketing mix, that is the topic for today. Although yesterday we were discussing the 4P concept, that is product, price, promotion, and place. But as I told you earlier, that in services we have three more P's, because when we have to market services, so we need to put emphasis on people. I can say more emphasis on people in case of services, because services are more challenging because of their characteristics like intangibility, inseparability, perishability. So, the people who are involved in delivery of service, they should be focused in the way that their impact is there on the service. For example, we talk about a very deluxe, we can say a five-star deluxe property. And in that hotel, we have to make a very high emphasis on the people whom we are going to select for discharging various services. For example, the receptionist of that hotel. The professionals who are there at the reception, they play a very vital role, because the guests who will arrive in that hotel will have an interaction with the receptionist of the hotel. No doubt of what standard the hotel is, but if the person at the reception is not worthy enough to welcome the guests with good etiquettes, the guest will never have a good impression of that property. The way the receptionist will welcome the guest, will receive the guest, will handle the queries of the guest, that is what plays a very vital role in service industry, because by that the guest is going to judge the property, the guest is going to judge the hotel by the behavior of the receptionist. So that is why the people who are associated with the delivery of services, they should be proficient, they should have the desirable etiquettes. Similarly, for example, you visit a very high-end restaurant, but at the same time, if the F&B service personnel who are delivering the food, who are taking the order from you once you reach the restaurant, if their etiquettes are not good, if they are not hygienic, if they are not well dressed, you will never have a positive impact of that restaurant. So it is actually the behavior of the F&B personnel, how they will approach you once they are going to take the order from you, how they will attend to you while you are consuming the food in that restaurant. That plays a very vital role, because it is that which will enable you to judge the service, judge the restaurant. So that is why we have to put a lot of emphasis on people. You have to see that how your people are behaving, what sort of etiquettes they should have. So accordingly, you will be able to market your service in a better way. So then we have the sixth P, that is the physical evidence. Physical evidence, because as I told you that once you are taking any product, you have the ownership of that product. Suppose you go to a showroom and you purchase a car, or you go to a showroom and you purchase a television. So once you pay the money, you have the ownership of a television set or of a car which you take home, and then that is with you. So, but in case of service, once you go to a hotel or you consume a package from any tour operator and you pay the money, but at the end of the service delivery, you have no ownership with you. You don't carry the hotel to your home with you. You just avail the service. So that is the difference, because in case of service, you are not having the ownership like any product. So that is why in service industry there is a very special focus on physical evidence. And in physical evidence, you are actually trying to create such a physical environment where the customer, where the guest experiences something. That means you are creating sort of ambience, an environment, or a design. For example, I can give the example: you go to a hotel or a restaurant, and once you reach there, the furniture, the fixtures, the aroma, that is the sort of scent or perfume, room perfume that is used there. So that creates an impact. You feel something there with that. So that is actually the physical evidence. That is the way it is designed. Or suppose you go to a shopping mall and there is a branded showroom, like of a Nike or Puma or Reebok or some other branded product. Then what they do, they create such a layout of that showroom, of that shop, that you experience something special there. It gives you a feeling that you are in a place where there is a grandeur associated with it. So you will like to shop there. You feel that it is worth to pay more for a product here, because the ambience is like that. It is absolutely comfortable, the way air conditioned sort of fixtures are different, and in some places you see a sort of theme is created. So that gives it a sort of such aroma, such environment, such ambience, that you are feeling something special in it. So that is actually called physical evidence. Or for example, suppose in tourism, when we talk about, suppose you have to book an online tour package. Now, for booking an online tour package, what you do, you are logging in to the website of the tour operator. So the design of the website matters a lot. How the layout of the website is there, how sort of the packages are there, and the brochures are there to be downloaded. The pictures which are displayed there on the website regarding the tour package. So that all whatever is there which is associated with the tour, and the way it is being reflected on the website, that matters a lot. That plays a lot of role as far as the entire marketing is concerned. So that is why when we talk about physical evidence in services, it is more important, because in case of service industry, you have to be conscious enough that how you are establishing that sort of physical evidence by virtue of which you are able to sustain the attraction of your customer, how you are involving your customer with your service. So in that aspect, physical evidence plays a very important role. So after that we come to the seventh P, that is process. Now you see, while you are trying to deliver the service, it includes direct as well as indirect activities. It includes direct as well as indirect activities, because there is a mechanism where there is an interaction between the customer and the business, where there is an interaction between the customer and the business. So when we talk about process, you have to focus on those points of interaction, because you have to make that interaction very friendly, very comfortable. Suppose when we talk about online service marketing, in that you have to emphasize on that process, that how you make it user friendly. Suppose I will give you an example. आप कभी online payment भरते हैं. Suppose you are uh, making a payment of your mobile recharge, or you are making an online shopping through a online shopping portal, or you are booking an airline ticket or a railway ticket or a hotel reservation online. So while doing that, once you are opening the website, or if there is a sort of nowadays you have Android application is available on the Play Store, and once you download a particular app, and then you see that how you are interacting with the business, because now you have to ascertain, suppose, how much bill you have to pay, or how much price you have to pay for a product, or you have to select a product among a number of products if you are shopping online. So that while doing that, there is an interaction between you and the business, and there are various points of interaction, because it is a mechanism that leads to direct as well as indirect activities which take place between you and the business. So while those interactions, what you focus upon is that how those interactions are user friendly. Suppose you take any online shopping portal and you have to buy a particular item. Suppose you have to buy anything from cosmetics, or you have to buy any sort of fabric, or whatsoever you have to purchase. The first thing is that once the portal will open, what will be on the display there on the home screen? Because the portal does not know what you are going to buy, but something will appear on the home screen first. Now, what should be put in the home screen, that is actually the task which the company does. They keep such products in the home screen which are mostly sought, which people are looking more frequently for. So that items will appear in the home screen. That is one aspect. Second is that nowadays what companies do, for example, they study the IAO of their customers. IAO means the interest, attitudes, and opinions. How they are able to study the IAO of the customers? Because they have an access to your data. How they have access to your data is because suppose you are logged on to the net through your email or through Facebook or through Instagram or through WhatsApp. So whatsoever you are doing there the focus is that you have to put an emphasis on what are your interests, because while you are registering on any website they are taking your data, and then through data mining process or other processes they are passing on your data to those organizations which are in need of that data, and that exchange process is also generating revenues for them, right? In process that is very important, that is to identify those points of interaction. As I told you that on the basis of interests, attitudes and opinions, then they know that what is your interest. And once you are logging in to that portal, what they do, they come up with something which is of your interest. That means by default such things appear on your screen in which you are interested or which you are interested to buy. You can't imagine now what is happening nowadays. Suppose once you are downloading any apps on your smartphone, suppose you have downloaded Play Store, is already there with the Android phones, or then you have downloaded multiple apps on the Play Store. Once you are doing that, you must have experienced that once the app is being downloaded and then it is to be installed, it asks for specific permissions from you. And once you accept that, then you are able to install it on your phone. So once you are accepting their permissions, that means some are asking permissions to make use of your camera, to make use of your audios or something. So that means even if your phone is not in the active mode, I can say you are not using that app actively, but passively that is still having access to you. Suppose several times you are mentioning something. Suppose you are mentioning Surf Excel several times in your home and your phone is there in the room. So the applications are so intelligent that they will catch it. And once after some days, once you are logging into any shopping portal, Surf Excel will appear on the home screen. That means automatically a message will be communicated that this customer is interested in a product like Surf Excel. So this is actually what is taking place in the service industry now. That is how they are making their process more efficient, how they are working in the background to generate refined data about the customer so that they will smoothen these interactions and create a mechanism that is well suited and well designed and well customized to their customer. Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
So this is actually about the service marketing mix. When I talk about service marketing mix, it includes these three P's, that is what we have discussed today: people, this physical evidence, and process. And in addition to the four P's that we have discussed yesterday, that was product, price, promotion, place. So once a marketer is able to make an optimum use of these 7 P's as a proper blend, that is product, price, promotion, place, people, physical evidence, process, only then he or she is able to successfully market it. And successful marketing is very important because nowadays there is a lot of competition also. So in order to survive in the market, in order to keep your business established in the marketplace, you need to manage it in a professional manner. So now what you can do as an assignment for this, by which you can strengthen the concept of this topic, that is, you can explore that how, if you are going to design, suppose as I am talking about your projects, the projects you are working on right now, so that is also a sort of product, a tourism product, isn't it? And if you have to market it, how you will make use of these 7 P's in order to successfully market your product. I mean to say, when I talk about product, you can take it as a service, because in service industry we are emphasizing on service. So product, in manufacturing industry mostly, here we talk about service. So product oblique service. So you can think how you can make use of these 7 P's, whether it is the product, price, promotion, what sort of activities you will do in order to promote it, isn't it? As you have in your mind, suppose, to make a documentary, to make use of media, isn't it? So what all you can think of for promoting your product. Then about the physical distribution, that is, as I was discussing with you yesterday, that is how you will try to make it available where it is required. Suppose in this case, it should be available on the websites which the prospective tourists are looking. So similarly, then what sort of physical evidence you can make use of? How you can think of the physical evidence in your product or service? Then what about the people who are involved? So what should be done at that level? And then the last which we're discussing, that is the process. So how you can ensure an efficient process so that you will be able to launch a successful marketing campaign for your service or product. Okay, so this is all about this topic, and now it is open for discussion.